Hey babies, it's MahMah Tea, back with another one. I've been posting a couple videos this week and it's been triggering a lot of you. And I can understand why some of these things are rubbing some of you babies the wrong way. But there's a method to the madness on why I post some of these controversial topics the way that I do. And I'm going to give you a little explanation why. Like I said in many of my videos, black women have been tormented the most on this planet. Now, when we start uncovering the trauma that has happened to us, it's not to keep pointing fingers at those who put the trauma on us. No, and it's not about being the victim and here comes the victims. It's not about that. It's about us trying to heal from all the atrocities that have been done to us. Now, I know many of y'all can relate to having some mean-ass grandmamas. I didn't have a mean-ass grandmama. My grandmama actually showed me a lot of love and a lot of favor. Maybe some of the other people in my family didn't quite like the favor she showed for me is because the reason why she paid a little more attention to me is because my mama had a drug problem and she wasn't able to take care of me, so my grandmama stepped in. But I've been around a lot of people. When I talk and brag about my grandmama, my superhero, they say my grandmama was mean as hell. My grandmother act like she hated me. My grandmama this and my grandmama that. So when you run across a video where a woman is breaking down some things that she discovered about a lot of these black women who got married off as children, and many of them saying, it's a saying even in a lot of your texts that say, honey, when you have your period, you considered a woman. You could be 9 years old, having your menstrual cycle, and you considered a woman. And men will utilize that and take that. And that's why you had all these child brides back in the day. And not just black women, all women were subjugated to this behavior, to this culture. So when you had that mean old grandmama, she was carrying some trauma. And a lot of them abused their children, hated to look in their children's eyes because how that baby was conceived. Many of them women having babies starting at age 12 and 13. These are some grown-ass men. We're not talking about the ones that was 15, 16 and marrying their sweetheart at 15 and 16. This don't apply to you. This applies to those women who were married off at 13 and 12 years old to some grown-ass men, 25, 26, 30. That's pedophilia, baby. Being taken advantage of. How she gonna fight off a grown-ass man like that when he wants something from her? Next thing you know, that baby girl pregnant. What a baby know about having a baby? And then when that child come around, you think she gonna love that baby as much as she should? She's probably gonna be suffering from postpartum depression, or postnatal syndrome, whatever you wanna call it. Because she's having something that maybe she wasn't ready to have, and it was forced upon her because in religion say you shouldn't have no abortions. I guess it didn't say in there you shouldn't rape your wife either. And it don't even say in there you shouldn't be having sex with no little girls. I'm trying to prove a point here. It's like it's been a law that has been passed that women can be treated any kind of way with any male who feel like he could take advantage of her. So these women grow up like this. And if you don't think that has an effect on her daughters and her sons, and they pass that down, trauma alters the DNA. And we wonder why we suffer the way that we suffer. I had a baby say, oh, this is the white man's fault. But y'all worship the white sky daddy. But your hatred for black men is something different. I'm trying to understand how you pull all this out of that. Her hatred for black men is something different from a video of a woman talking about how her granddaddy might have been raping her grandmama. So a child is being raped by a man. If she grow up resenting him, that's the white man's fault. If a child grow up resenting her husband who has been abusing her, she's supposed to love her abuser because he's black? Help me understand the psychology behind the things y'all say. Some of y'all say, oh, this didn't happen in the North. Baby, don't you know the majority of the people from the North is from the South? And what makes you think it don't happen in the North? Maybe they ain't talking about it. You know, family secrets. You know, black people, we know how to hold on to a family secret, pretend like it never exists, and talk about everybody else like shit didn't happen to us. We are not very honest with each other. We're going to put ourselves up on a pedestal like molestation don't take place in our families, and incest don't take place in our families, and sexual abuse don't take place in our families. And we wonder why we so damn dysfunctional. Then you're going to blame that on the white man. What this white man got to do with this 26-year-old man marrying this little 12-year-old girl and raping him as he wishes? What that got to do with a white man, baby? Some of y'all really need to think about the shit y'all say. Women have been traumatized, and we have to talk about these things in order for us to heal. You just look at some of these comments, honey. You should see the comments on TikTok. Everybody coming out the woodwork about the trauma that has happened to their grandparents. You don't think that energy wasn't passed down to your mama and your daddy and your brothers and your sisters? You don't think that? And don't you think some of that causes for the relationships that we have to be so dysfunctional? We need to stop blaming other people for the shit we do to each other. And then y'all get mad when we talk about it. We gonna talk about it. Regardless how much you want to sweep it under the rug and pretend like it ain't happened or it don't happen in your family. Honey, you go ahead and trace your records back far enough, you gonna find some trauma. And some of us was chosen to come here, especially those with that North Node and maybe Scorpio or the North Node in the 4th house that had some harsh afflictions to Pluto. You chosen to go deep down into the subconscious mind and clear out that trauma so your DNA can be repaired for those that come after you. Because the more you try to hide it, baby, the more it come out through your bloodline. Some of you been chosen to break the family generational curses and trauma. You need counseling. And first thing you got to do is admit, did the shit happen? Now how we gonna heal from it, as opposed to continually trying to sweep it under the rug and pretend like y'all so uppity and mighty and righteous, like it never happens to you because you live up in the North. Is you kidding me, baby? I swear for goodness, some of y'all really need to take a good look at the things you say. Ain't no woman on this earth been left unscathed. We all been touched inappropriately by men who feel that they have the right to do so. And namely, it's because it's under the guise of your religions that you feel that a woman can become, a child can become a woman at the age of 9 if she's on her menstrual cycle. And then marry her off to a grown-ass man that abuses her. And she winds up having 15, 16 children. What is that doing to her body? Or do you even care when we bring up these things? Or is it more important for you to talk about how much we hate you? Y'all think about what I'm saying now. MahMah Tea, y'all be good. Bye, babies. Are you a champion? Do you have the fire burning within, refusing to be extinguished by any obstacle? When faced with challenges, do you dig deeper, pushing through the unwavering determination? Are you relentless in your pursuit of victory, refusing to settle for anything less than your best? Do you understand that winning is just not a desire, but a necessity?
Are you willing to put in the work day in and day out with persistence and consistency? Will you rise every time you fall with the spirit that refuses to be broken? Are you ready to lace up your boots, straighten your back, and set your eyes on the prize, baby? Do you believe that with grit, determination, and an unyielding will, you are unstoppable? If your answer is yes, then you go on out there and show the world what a true champion looks like. Victory is not just a possibility, baby, it's your destiny. So go ahead out there and claim what's rightfully yours. MahMah Tea.